Yo guys, Superior David here, and I'm taking yet another break from Cyberpunk because we've got to talk about these standard balance changes. I literally saw them at work, rushed home from work to record this video. We're just gonna go through the patch notes. I'm gonna give you my thoughts like as they come to my head, and because I have a lot of strong feelings on the matter here, so I hope you enjoy this kind of video. And now let's get down to business. Starting with Blade Dance getting nerfed from 2 to 3 mana, which I feel like this nerf was not really a shocker. People really wanted Blade Dance to get nerfed for a while because at 2 mana, way too good. But at 3 mana, does that hurt this card? Yes, I feel like it does because 1 mana does make a difference. It's going to be a little less efficient in the early game. Should help, aggro decks a little bit better against Demon Hunter. But at 3 mana, you can still get it for 0 mana off of Skullguldan. So I think that's not going to prevent all these feel bad moments. I think the card's still going to be pretty good. See play in Soul Demon Hunter and Lifesteal OTK. So yeah, reasonable nerf. Will it really hurt Demon Hunter? A little bit. Are they going to cut Blade Dance? Absolutely not. The card's still really good, and it's still going to see lots of play. Now moving on to the next card, we've got Shard Shatter Mystic going from 3 to 4 mana. I think another nerf that we're just like, yep, that probably needed to happen. It was pretty busted at 3 mana, still pretty good at 4 mana. Honestly, probably might even still be busted at 4 mana. But the big thing that comes to mind is, again, the interaction off of Skullguldan. You can now no longer YOLO the Skullguldan on turn 6 to try and get a 0 mana Shard Shatter Mystic. Your Shard Shatter Mystic will cost 1 mana, and I think that actually hurts this card a lot more, just changing it from 3 to 4 mana. So I think this definitely hurts Soul Demon Hunter, but they're not cutting the Shard Shatter Mystic. It's still a really good card. Just a little bit worse in the early game and not as good with Skullguldan anymore. And then moving on, this one is the Dreadlords Bite. Now it goes from a 3 mana 3/2 to a 3 mana 2/2. And this definitely hurts aggro Demon Hunter. And frankly, I'm just shocked that this card released as a 3 mana 3/2. You got freaking Fiery War Axe over here as a vanilla 3 mana 3/2, and then you got Dreadlord's Bite just yo, I'm a 3 mana 3/2. I also have an Outcast effect. It's what? Why did that ever happen? That's that power creeps a card that just sees play. So I think 3 mana 2/2 with the Outcast effect, it makes sense. This is how the card probably should have released. I guess the question is, will this hurt aggro Demon Hunter? Yep. But I think at the same time, aggro Demon Hunter will still run this card just because it's damage, it goes face, and it seems reasonable at 3 mana now. Not, before it was just frankly above the curve at 3 mana. Now it's okay, this is a much more reasonable 3 mana card, but I think the card's still pretty good. And I think there's still a decent chance that aggro Demon Hunter still runs this card because it's still, damage that goes face. That deck loves having damage. And now moving on. Speaking of damage going face, this is the nerf that I'm the least happy about, and that is the Dino Tamer brand going from 7 to 8 mana. I frankly just don't understand this nerf. I understand I understand it in the fact that if you nerf aggro Demon Hunter, which sort of keeps Highlander Hunter in check, you probably need to nerf Highlander Hunter just so Highlander Hunter doesn't ravage the meta. But Dino Tamer brand is rotating in a few months and is the big reason to play Highlander Hunter. And I think changing Dino Tamer brand to 8 mana makes the card pretty bad. 1 mana makes a difference, and this card is now is it worth it to make your deck super inconsistent to get an 8 mana King Crush? I guess you also get the stats from the brand, so that might be more impactful than I'm giving credit for. But I feel it's not that good anymore. I feel you'd probably switch to a Face Hunter now that could be a bit more consistent. I don't know, maybe I'm just being really cynical here, but I just don't think 8 mana Dino Tamer brand is that worth it to just make your deck super inconsistent. And I'm just baffled because this card is just rotating out in a few months. I understand that they need to hurt Highlander Hunter. I think, just looking at these next couple nerfs here, I feel like they did hurt Highlander Hunter inadvertently. And so Highlander Hunter, I feel like it's just going to go away, and maybe people just switch to Face Hunter now. Maybe it's Death Rattle Hunter's time to shine. I don't know. We'll have to talk to Sidisi about that one. But yeah, this one, I'm really bummed out on this change. I really wish they would have nerfed Highlander Hunter a different way. They probably were just yo, Dino Tamer brand, pretty good. Probably the best card in the deck. Let's just nerf it to bring it down. And, that's a simple change. But I think this combined with the next 2 nerfs you're going to see, I think that just, kills Highlander Hunter. And speaking of these next couple nerfs, next up we've got the Voracious Reader going from 2 to 3 mana, which, this is an impactful nerf. You don't really play Voracious Reader on turn 2, but you want to play the Voracious Reader in combination with other cards to empty your hand, so you can just the turn you play, draw some cards. And I think, this is obviously aimed at aggro Demon Hunter, but I think it inadvertently hurts Highlander Hunter, and I think it hurts Highlander Hunter so much more than aggro Demon Hunter, and it makes me like a little upset, just because Highlander Hunter plays more expensive minions and spells than aggro Demon Hunters, so it's like a lot tougher for them to empty their hand. So this is just going to hurt Highlander Hunter so much more. Aggro Demon Hunter runs a lot of one drops. This will hurt aggro Demon Hunter. I could still see the deck running Voracious Reader though. Like it has a very low curve. But then if they don't want to run the Voracious Reader anymore, they can still run the Acrobatics, which is like the 3 mana draw 2. If you play both the cards, you draw 2 more. Because that's just that's better Arcane Intellect, So I feel like this could hurt aggro Demon Hunter. I can see aggro Demon Hunter like pivoting to an Acrobatics build if it like hurts it that badly. But this just hurts Highlander Hunter so much more though, and it makes me a little upset. And same with this deck change over here. We got Lorekeeper Polkelt going from 4 to 5 mana, which, I was actually having this conversation on stream the other day. I was like pointing out like how Lorekeeper Polkelt sees play in aggro Demon Hunter, sees play in Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter, also sees play in Highlander Hunter. 3 very powerful decks. And I was just wondering if like the card was just too good at 4 mana. And, maybe it was, and I'm like pretty okay with this nerf. I feel like this is a nerf. This is a really smart nerf because it hurts Highlander Hunter and also hurts Demon Hunter, 2 like the better decks. I mean, frankly, probably the best in the meta right now. So I feel like they probably could have just like nerfed Polkelt, maybe like left Voracious Reader. Maybe Voracious Reader probably need to go to 3 mana, but like they could have like left Bran at 7 if they were gonna nerf Polkelt to 5, because I feel like Highlander Hunter relies more on curving out, and this like 4 to 5 mana might not seem like a big deal, but that messes with like Highlander Hunter's curve a bit. So I think it's impactful. I guess the question remains, will this impact Demon Hunter? And I'm not really sure. Like, I think aggro Demon Hunter might not want to run the Polkelt Skullguldan package anymore, just because it's a bit slower, and that deck's it's an aggro deck. It wants to be a little bit faster and lower to the ground, but it's just so backbreaking once you frankly, Lorekeeper Polkelt curves perfectly into Skullguldan now that I'm like looking at this. So maybe that actually maybe it's just like these decks are just unfazed by the Polkelt nerf, because you just go like Polkelt on 5 into Skullguldan on 6. Maybe this is still good in aggro Demon Hunter. I think Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter will still run this, and I don't even think Lifesteal OTK was really on their radar for balance this patch. I think they were more focusing on Soul Demon Hunter and aggro Demon Hunter. Now, do these nerfs really hurt those decks? Yes, but I think they're all going to still be really good. And unfortunately, I think all these nerfs just stand to hurt Highlander Hunter a lot more, and that makes me a little sad. Now, frankly, I was really hoping for a couple more nerfs. The first being a nerf to Skullguldan, because you just look at aggro Demon Hunter, Soul Demon Hunter, and Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter. They all run the Skullguldan, and they're all very different decks. So to me, that would signify that Skullguldan is the problem card in Demon Hunter, and I don't know. I feel like they've just been nerfing around Skullguldan this whole year. I don't know why they don't want to nerf the card. It very clearly is too powerful, in my opinion. And I think it just leads to a lot of the unfun moments with Demon Hunter. Like, I frankly was really hoping for a change where like the cards can't be reduced below 1 mana. Because I feel like right now a lot of the unfun moments with Demon Hunter is like they play the Skullguldan on curve, and then they just get like a bunch of cards they could play for 0 mana, and they just like they don't lose tempo, and they cycle through their deck really fast. And you're still gonna be able go back up here. Let's go back up here. Like, I talked about this with Shard Shatter Mystic. Like, now you can't play the Shard Shatter Mystic after Skullguldan. But I feel like, not nerfing Skullguldan makes this Blade Dance nerf like not as impactful as it really could be, because like you're still gonna be able to play the Blade Dance for 0 mana, which is where like I feel like you do play Blade Dance a lot. So I'm a little frustrated that we did not get a Skullguldan nerf. And then the other nerf I was really hoping to see would be a Twin Slice nerf. Another card that sees play in 3 very different forms of Demon Hunter, which I think signifies that the card is broken. And you just look at other similar cards, and I think it's very clear that the card is broken. You look at like Frostbolt and Dark Bomb. They are both 2 mana cards, 2 mana spells that deal 3 damage. You look at Twin Slice. With the second slice, it's 2 mana, deal 4 damage. So I would have really, I was really hoping for a change where they like make the Twin Slice cost, it still costs 1 mana, but it does 2 damage. But then you get the second slice and it only deals 1 damage. Because I think that just makes sense given the context of other 2 mana deal 3 damage to any enemy cards. So I'm very shocked we didn't get these changes. I don't know why they don't want to nerf these cards. It feels like yes, these cards that they're nerfing, all very powerful. I mean, this was just like way too good out of the gates. I don't know how this card ever like got printed in its current form, But like, yeah, like a lot of these cards are just like very powerful. Let's just focus on Demon Hunter cards. Like all these cards are very powerful. They're nerfed, still probably going to see play. But I'm just so shocked that Skullguldan and Twin Slice have dodged nerfs for so long. And I guess overall, the thing I'm really worried about with this balance change is like they paid great attention to nerfing Aggro Demon Hunter and Soul Demon Hunter, also inadvertently nerfing Highlander Hunter like way too much in my opinion. But they didn't really touch Lifesteal OTK Hunter, OTK Demon Hunter, which at higher legends is turning out to be the dominant form of Demon Hunter. Like the past week, I've played no Demon Hunter. That'd be a miracle. No, I played no Aggro Demon Hunter. I played no Soul Demon Hunter. It's been all Lifesteal OTK. And Lifesteal OTK had a very strong showing at Masters. So I feel like Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter is just going to start like trickling down the ladder. And these nerfs don't really address that deck at all. Like you got Blade Dance, like sort of addresses Lifesteal OTK. Pull Kelt sort of addresses Lifesteal OTK. I mean, it curves very nicely to Skullguldan now. I think that deck will still run the Pull Kelt. But I'm just worried that deck, which is a very not fun, uninteractive combo deck, is just going to like take over the Demon Hunter class and then take over the meta. And just going over to Alec Dawson on Twitter, it looks like, like our approach was to look at the two decks, Aggro and Soul Fragment Demon Hunter, and they just wanted to nerf those two decks. And I mean, they also, let's see, I think they also said they wanted to nerf Highlander Hunter over here. But I think it's pretty clear, like, Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter wasn't really on their radar, and these nerfs don't really impact that deck too much, so I'm just very worried about the future of the meta. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about these balance changes. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Are you somewhere in between? Are you going to weep the loss of Highlander Hunter like myself? Let me know down in the comments. I will be playing on this new patch tomorrow or later today, whenever this video goes live. Not really sure. But I hope to see you guys there. And in the meantime, take it easy and stay superior. Later. Eat my choker. Get that.